guys, it's Nesta. We're back with an extra special house tour. Over the years, we've toured some magnificent homes designed and built by BCI, but then there are some which truly stand out. This mansion, perched right by the lakeside, is one of a kind. With its European design and impeccable finishings, it truly sets itself apart. We'll leave the price and the specs in the bottom corners, and of course we want to thank BCI and the listing agent Jan from Freyer Wealth for allowing us to showcase this incredible home. So without further ado, let's just begin the tour. So we'll start the tour at the front of the property, and immediately I just want to take a look at the home because it feels like something out of a movie, something you'd find in the suburbs in Europe or in certain area of the States. And with this community around here, we're in the Jumeirah Islands right now, one of my favorite communities, which if you want to, you can go follow us on Instagram or we'll post it on Shorts and we'll try and show you around some of these areas, especially in the clubhouses and stuff like that. Now there's a gate leading up to the front of the property, but we'll come up to the driveway leading up from the street, which has this epoxy resin floor. Now you'll see there's a darker aesthetic to the garage where they've clad it in this ribbed design. Now they've continued that ribbed design even on the automated garage door, which opens up and folds all the way around. Now right to the side of the property, there's a walkway leading to the backyard. Now here we've got this dark aesthetic. You'll notice the same on the inside. They've combined the dark and earthy tones with the light tones inside the home. In the front, we've got these light travertine tiles throughout, contrasted by the landscaping all around. And the highlight feature is this 350-year-old olive tree. It's wrapped in this bench made out of travertine that wraps all the way around. You'll see those color tones in the trees and palm trees wrapping the entire side wall here. If you look at the seating in front of the bedroom and office area, it's in this pastel green color, and you'll notice those earthy pastel colors throughout the home. And even though this is at the front of the property, this is such a great spot to relax. I was here last night while Marco was finishing some shots on the inside, and you're actually surrounded by all this landscaping. It feels super private, and in the evening it had all these crickets chirping. In the day there's the birds flying over. It feels like its very own Zen garden, both in the evenings and at night. Now as we come up to the home, let's start looking at the exterior again. You've got those dark tones contrasting with the light tones of that smooth white stucco, and the dark around the frames of the Juliet balconies, which go out from the gym and one of the guest bedrooms upstairs. We look at the front entrance, how that marble wraps this entire archway here. It even continues onto the main door, and they've used this brass detail which goes all the way from that and onto the door. Now that brass is matched on this wall sconce on the side. Also you'll see from there the walkway that leads to the backyard, which I can't wait to get you to show you that lake vibe. Now the home is fully automated, so just with a PIN code you can enter into the home. As we step inside, we arrive in this atrium area with these double height ceilings and wrapped in this natural exposed travertine. And with that giving that natural stone look, it feels like a cave in here. Stunning as well, especially illuminated by that chandelier hanging down from the top of the ceiling. Now what I also love is how they've indented these pieces here just to highlight this exposed rock with the recessed spotlights. I mean, such a stunning entrance to the home. But as we continue further into the home, there's this corridor with storage on the side. You open up the cupboards, it's shoe shelving with recessed lighting on the interior, perfectly placed. So when you're coming in or out of the home, there's this seat, beautiful design on the sides. You can pop your shoes on and off. Especially with this window in the back here, it's great because it brings in that natural light. But now we're stepping into the main part of the home, and this is where you really feel the size and space and how it doesn't look like that on the exterior. From here, we can see all the way down into the kitchen at the back through the main foyer area. But this living space, oh my God, what a beautiful design. I love how they've used those neutral tones contrasted by the deep earthy greens and browns. Such a beautiful design. Now in the center, there's this seating looking onto this highlight wall. Now you could place a TV there, but they've left that to the owner just because of the beautiful design of how that book matched marble creates these stunning veins going across. I mean, for me personally, I'd probably leave it without a TV there. Of course, you've got a fireplace underneath just to create a nice vibe in here. Now at the back is one of the most enticing parts. Firstly, we're looking onto the view of the backyard, which I can't wait to get out there a little bit later on in the tour. Now here we have this kind of multifunctional area. You could use it as a breakfast table, pop your laptop on there and work enjoying those incredible views of the lake and the backyard, or just hang out with friends. I mean, they've equipped it with this sleek, elegant version of a Connect 4, which probably me and Marco will have a go a little bit later on in the tour. Now, all the furniture in the home is imported from Italy, like Minotti and Catalan Italia. You can tell just by the touch and feel they've used nubuck leather, super high quality, just like the light fixtures which hang from the ceiling. All the light fixtures are imported from brands like Floss and Henge, which is a really nice touch, especially in an ultra luxury home like this. Now from here, let's start exploring the rest of the home. Also from that angle there, you can see the inset ceiling. Now they've used that throughout most of the spacing in the home, and it really adds a sophisticated touch with depth, and with that recessed lighting, gives a soft, nice vibe to the room. What I love about this home as well is that they've used all natural materials. Like you'll see the wood cladding on this pillar, which separates these two entrances into the main lobby area. We step down through these steps with recessed lighting underneath and come into this space with this highlight feature, which is the staircase. And we've done a lot of tours with BCI. We've seen some incredible homes, but somehow they keep elevating their design. There's so many details here that I want to show you. First, you've got the travertine steps winding all the way up, which look like they're floating, especially with the design on the exterior. There's the micro concrete combined with the natural wood, which has recessed lighting surrounding it. They've even used that wood on the top details surrounding the circular entrance to the upstairs. What's also nice is how they've kind of inset it from the wall, so that whole winding staircase looks like it's floating, especially with that chandelier hanging down. This really is a showpiece in the home. Now beneath it, there's a small lounge area. So for example, you're having people over, they come inside, they can take a seat here. You've got that wow factor of the staircase, and of course a small bar area where you can host them, pour them a drink. I mean, what a vibe it is, especially with this travertine bar with so many details on it. Like it's firstly in a different tone to the rest of the travertine that we've seen in the home. If you look below here, they've got this rib detail on the countertop and the natural exposed detail on the bottom. Stunning design. And with the darker tones of that travertine, they've matched it with this shelving in the back, which has the darker tones of marble, details like these metal pieces between the shelving, beautifully dressed with a bottle of Hennessy Paradis right there. And if you know the channel, you know roots are from Serbia. They've introduced a Branko bottle. This is a brandy coming from Serbia, which I thought was a really nice touch. You also have a small wine cooler here at the bottom. Now from here, we've got entrances into all the different spaces of the home. You've got the kitchen right there, the dining area towards the backyard. But first, we'll start exploring this side of the home first. Our first entrance is into the powder room, which has a pocket door on the exterior. We come inside and there's now a darker natural exposed stone, again with those Swiss cheese holes like you see on the travertine. Beautiful design to the marble block with the sink custom built inside, with also a waterfall edge, giving it that clean look so you don't see that drain. And with that mirror above, it extends the space even further. Of course, there's the water closet at the back. Now let's move into the next entrance, which is the first guest bedroom. Got the wooden door on the entry and a transition onto wooden floors, giving it a warmer tone just because that's where you sleep. But yes, stunning design in here with the bed at the back, side tables either side, and the bed frame made out of a combination of felt and wood. What's great in here as well is that you have an exit directly to the front of the property. So if you have someone staying, they can come directly in through these doors here. And especially with that view in the back, I mean, it's something just like of Architectural Digest. Now on this back wall here, you've got cabinets either side. You open up the doors, the recessed lighting comes on, but in the middle, you've got the indented TV fit flush into this custom gloss wood wall with the rib design and a marble countertop underneath. Now in the corner is the ensuite bathroom with these beautiful veins which have been book matched all along the walls in this travertine material, which also has those kind of natural exposed pieces. They've also used different textures, but there's rib design on that travertine, which is also book matched. If you can see, this has all been cut with water jets. The floating vanity is made out of the same material with the custom built sink, waterfall edge, so you can have that clean look and don't see the drain, with the mirror above extending this space even further. Now at the back is the walk-in shower with a sliding door on the exterior, silver trim on the sanitary, custom niche on the side, and you also have some cupboards here at the back which are illuminated. Now let's head out of the bedroom into the office area, which has this huge glass door on the entry, but sort of given this metal trim, which adds this really nice aesthetic, but also gives you that depth of field so you don't bang straight into that door if you didn't think it was open. Now the office area is stunning. So many nice design details. First, we'll look at this back wall with the wood on the interior, rib design giving it a little bit of depth, and glass cabinets either side with the marble countertops underneath. But in the center is this stunning desk setup. They've used this red wood here, solid. You can really feel the quality of it. And what I love is how they've matched it with the design of the rest of the room, like this chair on the side. They've even dressed it with Ralph Lauren stationery, which is a really nice touch. Now from here, you also have direct access to the front of the property, which means that if you are having a meeting, people can come directly in here without disturbing the rest of the home. And of course, with that landscaping I talked about at the start of the tour, really is an awesome spot to work from in the home. Now on this side, we've got the TV setup, which has been fit flush into the wooden wall, which has that same kind of design as we saw on the back here, with mirrors either side extending the space even further. But now let's head back into the main foyer area, and from there we get a glimpse of that staircase again, and you can also see how they've book matched the travertine floors all the way from the kitchen down to the other side of the living room. Now we come into my favorite space of the home. It's the show kitchen. And one of the reasons why is if you just take a look up at that ceiling, this is what I would imagine designing my home. I love those kind of cottage style UK wooden beams that go across the ceiling. It really adds a kind of sort of homey touch to this whole area. Now, right in front of the kitchen is the breakfast table perched on the carpet and the beautiful chandelier hanging down in the bauble design. Now, I keep saying it, what I love in this home is how they've used those darker tones to contrast against the light theme, like the dark green marble countertops with those beautiful veins. Even surprisingly, if you look at these cupboards at the back with the glass doors on the exterior, they've used this dark red marble on the interior, which is constantly illuminated by those lights, so it contrasts against that wall. Didn't expect that red to go really well with this design. Now on the opposite side of the breakfast area is more cabinets and shelving. They've done a travertine now on the shelving, divided by these wooden pieces which match the tone of the cupboards and really gives this kind of 3D depth effect. And also what it does, it doesn't block the sunlight coming in through those windows in behind. If you look at those shelves as well, you'll see they have a rounded off edge. Now they have that theme throughout all the countertops in the kitchen, giving it that softer, homey kind of feel. You'll see it on the central island around the edges. They've even used those curves on the rib design on the base, which is cut by water jets, a really difficult technique to do. Now, built into the island, you know I love technological features. So you've got the push to open plug sockets, which come out the island. Really handy if you want to put a mixer in here or smoothie maker, or of course, when I was a kid, I used to sit on like these countertops when I was a kid, chatting to parents. Nowadays, they'd probably be on the phone, but they can charge their phones right here. Very handy for them. Now at the back, you've got the back countertop with the inbuilt sink, cooker system, which gives you sparkling water, fresh water, cold water, and boiling hot water, all coming from one tap, with the dishwasher placed perfectly right here. Now we move round into the back part of the kitchen. You've got the induction cooktop built into the countertop with the extraction fan in the center. But just look at this design detail, how they've hung this travertine shelf from the ceiling. And what's really nice is how this has that smooth, filled and polished exterior, but that contrast with the natural exposed sandblasted texture of the backsplash. All around us, we've got storage details, different compartments. Even if you look at the drawer here, they've placed it beautifully with different compartments for everything that you need. And of course, the drawers are soft closing. Now you may have noticed an iPad in the corner here. Now this home is fully automated, and from here you can control everything. The lights in all the rooms, the curtains, even the AC. And this is what you expect nowadays in a home on this level. Now all the fixed appliances are Gaggenau. You've got the coffee maker, the convection oven, and of course it being made by Gaggenau, it's top of the range. So with just the press of a button, that door opens with the fridge freezer combo at the back, beautifully dressed by BCI. Now, even in the service kitchen, they've used Gaggenau appliances. Now, as you enter into the service area, there's 3 ways you can go. Let's head this way first into the service kitchen itself. So lining the wall as you come in are the gloss cabinets, and integrated into it is the fridge freezer combo, which is made by Gaggenau, automatic push to open. Both sides do that as well. Now follow me into this part. Now what I love is in here is this pantry at the back, and with these glass doors and that metal trim, it really is a minimalistic way of just elevating a space or an entry into that doorway. Now the kitchen is fully kitted out. So you've got storage all around. Here we've got the dishwasher right there. Even if we open up the drawers, they've all got different functions. Like this one has a lazy Susan, you can pull that out. And in the corner, you've got the shelving which comes out like that, which I thought was a really cool feature. Now we've got the Gaggenau gas hob, 5 gas hobs with the convection oven below. If you check it out, this is the latest 400 series by Gaggenau. So just as you press it like that, it automatically lights it, and the one that's lit, you know which hob has been lit. Right now the gas isn't connected, so that's why it's not turning on. The convection oven below as well is the latest 400 series. I was looking at it earlier. It even has a self-cleaning feature when you turn one of the knobs. Now let's continue with the tour. We're going to go directly into the garage. Now we've opened up the doors just to allow a little bit more light in there. Although with them closed, you still have these 2 windows bringing it in. And of course, I wanted you guys to experience the vibes of that front yard again. Now the garage itself has the same epoxy resin floors that we saw on the driveway. There's space for 3 cars, which means you have space for 3 cars outside. You probably fit 3 SUVs in here. It's fully AC'd, so perfect if you're coming out, it's hot outside, the cars are already cooled down. And the back wall is fully clad in wood with storage hidden in behind these doors. And of course the button that closes the automated door at the front. Now follow me back inside. I just wanted to show you like what the BCI, they look at all the little details, even on the exit to here. They've got shoe shelving. So if you're coming back in, you can pop your shoes off here and put them straight in the shoe shelves. Now let's head into a really cool spot. We're coming into the service quarters. Now, it's not usual that I say this is super interesting, but there is a really cool feature. So firstly, we land in the laundry area where there's a dual washer dry combo, storage all around. You've got the cabinets at the back where you can hang clothes. But if you come around this corner here, you'll see an exit to the side walkway and this winding staircase made out of this red metal, which looks like it goes into a secret space. So follow me up these stairs, we come into your very own service apartment. I mean, I was shocked when I figured out this was here. It's like its very own home inside of a home. It's a 2-bedroom apartment with a kitchen and a pantry. Both bedrooms are ensuite. If you just come and look inside here, we've got 2 single beds with the full ensuite. There's even a floating vanity in here with a walk-in shower at the back. Right next to it is the 2nd bedroom. Bed at the back with cabinets and fully ensuite as well, with a small little wet kitchen up here. Inbuilt sink, induction cooktop with 4 hobs, and huge storage space here in the pantry. And what amazes me is that if you had this, for example, somewhere in like London or New York, it'd probably cost you a minimum of like £500,000 for an apartment this size. So to have one in your own home, I mean, it's just mind-boggling. Now let's head through the show kitchen into the family lounge. Now I can imagine as these spaces are interconnected, this is where the family would spend most of the time, especially as it's separated from the rest of the home, and because of the cozy touches that it has with the light tones of the wood on the shelving and travertine wrapping around. You'll also see that wood on the custom TV setup with the TV fit flush into that wood. Below, you've got the marble details and a cozy fireplace. Now, just as it was in the formal lounge, this is not a fireplace itself. This is just steam that comes out, illuminated by an orange light. You can also put essential oils in here, so you can put a nice smell throughout the rest of the home. Now, in the center is the spot where you relax. You've got the seating wrapping around, nice texture imported from Italy as well, with the coffee table in the center in a dual level made out of an ebony gloss wood. I mean, this whole space feels like its very own apartment, except for you've got the bedrooms upstairs. Now, what I love in here as well is that you've got so much natural light being brought in from these huge sliding doors which lead out to the backyard. But we'll get there in just a second. I want to take you into my favorite spot of the home. This is the dining area. You come inside, these ceilings open up double height with these huge windows going from the floor all the way to the ceiling, making it feel so bright. If we look at the ceiling, there's so many details as well. How you've got that wood cladding on the interior, matching the design that we had in the kitchen, with this chandelier hanging down from the ceiling in that bauble design. You'll also see the viewing balconies above, which have an incredible view. I can't wait to show you that from the upstairs. Now in the center, you've got the dining table made out of travertine, seats 10, beautifully dressed for us. But what I love throughout the home, you might have been seeing how they use these contrasted colors and these art features placed on the wall. You'll see some even more interesting ones upstairs. Wooden shelving on the side, which have a green tint to them, like we've been seeing on some of the marble details in the home. But one of the coolest features is here at the back. This is a hand chiseled art feature, which stretches all the way from the floor to the ceiling. This is incredibly difficult to do and takes time. And what's great about it is that they've got this recessed lighting on the side, just so it illuminates it even more. You'll notice that in the evening. Now from here, you can connect even the family lounge and the dining area just by opening these sliding doors at the back, or the accordion doors either side of this wall. As we step outside, we can already tell that the thought and attention to detail used on the interior design is same on the exterior. They've used that same theme of contrasting those light tones with those bright and darker earthy colors, like these red on the sun lounges here on the side. Even when you look in the pool, they've used sukabumi tiles, which is probably my favorite tile that you can use inside of a pool. Now at the back, they've used green marble on this water feature, which trickles into the pool. You can hear the sound of it going in. Now that's right next to the shower and the walkway that leads to the service and the front of the property. Now, as we head back across the pool, I just want to take a look at the exterior of the home. As I said, this has a European design where it has those sharp lines across the roof. I love how they've incorporated the travertine on the exterior with that smooth white stucco, contrasted by the dark elements of the terrace banisters and the frames around the glass sliding doors. Also at the bottom of the pool, you've got 3 sun lounges inside of the pool itself. But one of my favorite things about the backyard is the landscaping. You can see all the greenery, shrubbery, and those palm trees that they've used really creates this soothing kind of a vibe. So relaxing out here. And what's the perfect spot to relax? A fire pit. You've got a seating around here with a travertine fire pit in the middle with these dark stones in the center. We'll actually come back out here in the evening to turn that fire pit on for you. Now at the back of the backyard is the entertainment area, kind of separated off by, again, some more landscaping in these plant pots. We arrive in the outdoor lounge area, all underneath this parasol. You've got this seating wrapping around in different levels. They've used so many beautiful color tones around here. And what I love is how they've incorporated the natural materials we've seen inside the home, like the wooden details here. You've even seen them on these side tables from these sun loungers right by the pool. If we look more closely, you can see that landscaping on the side, and also a sneak peek. You'll even notice a Bose speaker that's been incorporated all around the backyard. And just check out that lake. I mean, what a vibe, especially with that fountain in the middle. It really creates that relaxing vibe that I keep talking about. Now from the lounge area, you transition into the barbecue and dining area, all underneath this pergola. Now at the back is the barbecue island, but you'll notice between the two spaces is this TV built into this huge travertine wall, and along with that landscaping in the back gives you so much privacy. Now built into the island, there's an induction cooktop, which is a rare thing to find on the outdoors. You also see a sink and a built-in barbecue right here. If you open it up, you get the barbecue itself, but having it closed gives you that clean look. Now, if you look right behind me as well, there's this light fixture. You may have noticed on the exterior, they've not used those kind of typical light fixtures. All of them have been elevated to give this kind of sort of design. Now, if you look at underneath the pergola, it has those natural wooden levers. Now, people have asked us in the comments why they have levers and then it's not fully covered. Firstly, it lets the air flow through and it gives you shade, but still allows that natural light to come in. Now that natural wood matches the natural wood on this dining table, which seats 10, made by Talenti, imported from Italy. And with that olive tree in the background really gives these Mediterranean vibes. You'll also see the walkway leading to the front of the property. I mean, wow, what an incredible backyard. Now that we've finished here, let's head back to the staircase and we're going to start exploring the bedrooms. Now, as we head up, I wanted to take one final look at that staircase and the design. From here, we get to see a little bit more closely those wooden details that I mentioned, which look even better from downstairs, but still here you can see how prominent they are. Now, at the top of the stairs is the landing. As you can see, it's a huge open space, and they've used the same kind of style of design with the high quality materials that we've been seeing throughout, like the wood clad walls. They've even clad the wood around the elevator. Now, when we're here, I'm going to show you the interior of the elevator, just so you can see that they've used those super high quality materials from the home on the interior, like the travertine floors and the linen texture on the walls. Now, the main part of the landing area is this small little kind of extra family lounge. I'm actually sitting here on my break, and it's a really nice place to chill, especially because you're getting all that light from the dining area. Now, while I was here, I was thinking, yeah, be a good spot to like kind of get away from the rest of the family, watch a bit of TV on this custom built TV wall, which has a combination of travertine and wood. You can see those soft curves have been indented in that travertine. You've got the seating area right in front with the seating wrapping around, the dual level coffee table in the center with glass and that brushed brass effect. Now at the back is probably the best feature of this whole landing area. We're looking onto that incredible backyard view. We've got a bird's eye view of the dining table, the pool, and from up here we can see more closely that wood on the ceiling and the hand chiseled wall feature on the side. Super impressive and such a vibe up here. Now from the landing, you've got access to all the different bedrooms and areas. Just like it was downstairs, we explored the office and guest bedroom. This is right underneath us, that same corridor, but instead of an entrance into the powder room, you've got a small little pantry area with a marble countertop equipped with a wine cooler on the side. Now that marble from the countertop is continued on the backsplash with a hanging shelving element in the metal design. Really cool feature. Now let's head this way to the first guest bedroom before we go into the gym. As we come inside, there's a transition onto the wooden floors just like it was downstairs, giving it that warm kind of homey look. We've got a curved headboard around the back with a combination of felt and textured material. They've even used a textured material on the side tables with these lights hanging from the ceiling. What's also great is that you get a view onto the front of the property and that stunning olive tree, which never gets old, especially as the sun is starting to set. It's creating these bits of shadow and it looks incredible out there. You've also got a little Juliet balcony. If you open these sliding doors, you can get fresh air into the room. Now on the other side of the room is the TV setup with the TV fit flush into that wall. They've used this curve element just to add a bit of depth and texture against the travertine that we have either side. You'll see how the wooden shelving has been built flush with the travertine on that side. Now in the corner is the walk-in closet. Glass cabinets on the exterior, different shelving compartments, that recessed lighting turns on as you open those doors up. And this leads straight into your ensuite bathroom. There's a floating vanity on the entry, nice levels inside where they've got the waterfall edge to the sink, giving that clean look. Wrapping us is the exposed travertine. Just look how natural those stones look and feel. This is stunning. And with that mirror in front, it makes this space feel double in size. Now just behind the door, there's some open shelving and cabinets, and at the back is the water closet and walk-in shower. You'll see there's an indented part if you look down. There's an indented part right there, which stops the water from spilling out into the rest of the bathroom. Now let's head back out the bedroom into the gym. Now just like we had in the office, there's a glass door on the exterior with that metal trim so you don't bang into it and think that it's already open. Now this is one of my favorite spaces in the room. Of course, I would love to have my own gym in my own house, but just when you come in here, because they've wrapped the walls in wood and the floors as well, it just feels so warm and cozy. Now they've equipped it with Pent luxury gym equipment. This is what you find in the most luxurious homes. All of these are handmade. You can just feel the materials, even what the weights are rested on, even the handles are made out of wood. And if you look at the back, the medicine balls, they're made out of leather. And what I thought was really cool is that even the 4 kilogram and 16 kilogram are pretty much exactly the same size. From here, you also have an exit to a little Juliet balcony looking onto the front of the property. But the gym itself is set up exactly how I would want it. You've got the bench here at the back. The only thing I would add maybe is a kind of that cable machine, which I regularly use in the gym. Be perfect though, you can use yoga here. I mean, so good, especially as it's got its very own sauna here at the back. You open it up, and as soon as you step in, you get that typical Finnish sauna smell from that wood. And the best thing about it is that you've got glass on the exterior. So it feels super bright in there and it doesn't feel as claustrophobic. Right in the corner as well, there's even more storage hidden in the push to open compartments, drawers underneath with the space for towels and anything you would need. Now let's continue with the rest of the tour. We go back to the landing area and we'll start exploring this side of the home. Now also, if you check this out, they've even hidden the electrical cupboards with these cupboards so that it gives it that clean look. Now our first entry is into the home theater. You come inside, there's these plush carpets throughout. Even the seating is made out of a soft textured material. Now this is for a reason, because those soft textures, just like the drapes at the back, they kind of dampen the sound waves, so it gives it that home theater, not a home theater, it gives it that cinema feel. You've got the seating on both the levels with the 4K projector above us. They've included this recessed lighting around the edges, giving it a bit of depth up there. This is all looking onto this huge screen at the back. Wrapped in this dark wood, you'll see those speakers built into that wall. You'll even see these subwoofer right here. It's got to be an amazing sound system. Now we'll head back out into the junior suite. Now both the primary and junior suite face the backyard and the lake. Obviously the best views of the home, and both are pretty much equal for me, except for the primary has a bigger walk-in. On the entry here, there's this small entrance space with a vanity on the side, wooden countertop, and the mirror above. Now on the other side is the entrance to the ensuite bathroom. You've got these dual wooden pocket doors on the entry. We come inside, there's a dual floating vanity made out of travertine. You can see again those differences between the filled and polished and natural exposed travertine. Mirror above, doubling this space inside with custom niches either side. On the other side is the standalone bathtub with the tap coming out of the ground. Above is a custom niche, and what I love is how there's this rib pattern on the travertine which contrasts against the natural exposed travertine, giving it a little bit of texture. Now at the back is the walk-in shower and water closet. You see there's so much space in here, custom niche on the side illuminated by the recessed lighting and the rain head protruding out of the wall. Now let's go back into the bedroom. On one side, you've got the cabinets with a frosted glass exterior, but the first thing that catches your eye is that view. We saw a bit of it from the landing area here. It's right up close, and if you open up this huge sliding door to your Juliet balcony, you can really start to feel how amazing it is outside. We can hear those birds chirping away. I mean, the sun is setting even further down. What we're going to do actually is we're going to wait for the sun to set and take you out here to end the video, because at night this home is incredible. We're just, wow, what a home. Now the bedroom itself, you've got the bed set up at the back, custom built wall in behind with a combination of textured material and nubuck leather. You'll see these metal details in behind really separating those two. Either side, you've got the side tables and the light fixtures hanging from the ceiling. You'll also notice how all of these rooms have an inset ceiling, giving it that same kind of sophisticated look. Let's head back to the landing to the other side of the home. And while we're here, from there you can see both of these unique art features, just like we saw downstairs. I think this is a really cool detail and adds a modern touch to the home itself. Now on this side, we've got two bedrooms, the primary on one side and the kids' room on the other. By any other standard, this is a master bedroom. I mean, you come inside to the ensuite bathroom, there's a pocket door on the entry and a dual floating vanity, custom made, built out of travertine with a combination of the exposed and filled and polished, custom niches either side, that huge mirror above. And it's just stunning to think this could be a kid's bedroom. Also at the back, you've got the walk-in shower. Rib design on the travertine on one part with the custom niche underneath, all that giving it different textures and depth with the shower head protruding out of the wall. You also have extra storage like we saw in the downstairs guest bedroom. Now if we go back out to the bedroom itself, as I said, this is the kids' room, but you could change it if you bought it to whatever you'd like. So you could put a single bed in here, but right now it's been equipped as a kids' room. You've got two single beds, the wooden backboard stretching all the way across with the panel details going up and the textured linen in between. Now this is all looking onto the TV setup, which is mounted on the wooden back wall, travertine countertops in dual levels with shelving built into it. Now in the corner is the walk-in closet. Glass cabinets on the exterior, you open it up, wood lining on the interior, custom shelving, and you'll also see these custom shelves that have been built into the wall and on the entry as well. But let's head now across the hall into the primary bedroom. Now this is just a masterpiece in here. First, we've got these wooden floors which stretch all the way down. these cabinets lining the walls on the side. These are all made just for your shoes, which I thought was crazy, but then I guess if you own a home like this, I'd probably have this many shoes to fill it up as well. Now, from the corridor, we come into the walk-in closet, and it's super impressive in here. Firstly, with just the materials that they've used. If you look at the island in the center, it's got this nubuck leather on the exterior of the drawers. You open it up, it's all been compartmentalized. I keep trying to say that fully, I think I did it right just then. You'll see that on the exterior, around the edges as well. Above is this really unique chandelier with this wire mesh design. And if you look up a little bit as well, you can see how that wire mesh from the light below creates these awesome little bits of shade across the ceiling, which I thought was a really nice design detail. Now, that nubuck leather from the exterior of the island has been used on some of the cabinets, and in combination with the glass cabinet doors, it really creates this sophisticated look in the walk-in closet. Now, in the corner, you've got the vanity area right next to the entrance to the ensuite bathroom. And I love this style of layout of ensuite bathroom where you have the water closet and walk-in shower separated by this wall in the center. Now, I have to take you into the walk-in shower part, because in here you can see up close the combination of materials they've used throughout the entirety, like the marble combined with the travertine, but in those light tones complement each other really well. Also, if you check it out, so throughout the entire home, they've used Dornbracht sanitary in all of the bathrooms and the powder room. This is imported from Germany, and this one has a couple of extra features where you've got the jets that come out, and of course that huge rain head above. Now, between the water closet and the walk-in shower is the stand-alone bathtub. Really cool burnt wood feature table on the side. Again, the Dornbracht sanitary with a waterfall feature. And also you see that difference between the marble and the travertine. Now, they've used that same marble on the wash area, which has this dual floating vanity made out of that same marble, custom built sinks with a waterfall edge drainage system, 2 mirrors above hanging from the ceiling, and as it's protruding a little bit from the wall, it's got that recessed light, kind of looks like it's floating against that, and gives this three-dimensional effect just because you have that mirror in behind as well. Now, this goes now full circle to the bedroom itself. On the entrance, there's this pocket sliding door which slides all the way into the wall. And the bedroom, you've got the bed set up at the back. Ottoman in front in a nice green tone contrasting against the other light tones. You'll see the back wall has the same kind of panel design we saw in the kids' room, with the textured linen contrasted by those wood details in between. Either side, there's these side tables, also in a textured materials, with the hanging lights either side. Above us, another inset ceiling like we've been seeing throughout most of the bedrooms and the spaces in the home, with the TV setup on the other side, where that TV is fit flush into that wood. Now, of course, we have a Juliet balcony as well. I'll open it up here just so you get a different perspective of the backyard. The sun's nearly set, so what we're going to do from here is that we're going to wait for it to go all the way down and take you outside just so you can see this home at night. Now, the sun has set, creating this totally different vibe, and with those lights illuminating everything, it really shines out. You can see the lights in the landscaping highlighting those trees underneath this pergola, which feels like the perfect spot to sit and chill with your friends in the evening, especially with that lounge area here in the back and the sound of the water feature in the lake, creating that kind of relaxing vibe. As we move to the main part of the pool, we've got my favorite part, the fire pit, looking onto the pool, and just the look of those lights illuminating those suka bumi tiles really gives this different effect to what we saw in the day. And if you check it out at the back, there's an LED strip surrounding the water feature. I mean, what an awesome home and an awesome creation that BCI have built. Now, unfortunately, that brings us to the end of our tour. Before we finish, we want to give a massive thank you to Jan from Freyer Wealth for allowing us to showcase this incredible home. We also hope that you guys enjoyed the tour as much as we enjoyed touring it for you. If you did, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon so you know when the latest video has been released. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next amazing tour.